So have you ever had the idea that you might want to build a movable bed in your van to save some space? Well, I think this video is going to be for you. Time to mount the stairs on the side of the van, and I got this all painted, so now I can mount it for the very last time. So while I'm waiting for the Sunday to become a Monday so I can buy the kitchen bench and all that, I cannot really keep on doing anything right here at the moment. So I moved on to the project with the bed, and I'm gonna explain how this will work. So this is a slider, and this is gonna be one of the attachment point for the bed. I'm gonna have just two of them. So this one is gonna keep the bed from moving this way and this way in this corner. And then I would have the same thing down there that's gonna keep it from moving this way and this way. So that together will keep it from moving in the four direction it can. And to get it to run up and down, I'm gonna use this. This is gonna be mounted. I just mounted the first connections here. So this is gonna be mounted here. And then you're gonna have a pipe that goes through all the way, together with jack straps that's gonna go down underneath the bed. So when this pipe is spinning, it's gonna roll the bed up or down, and it's gonna do that with a winch engine for ATVs. So I'm gonna show you that. So here's the winch engine. This is how it should look. It's not really there anymore. I took the wire off, and I also took the housing off, because now for me, I'm gonna drill a hole here, put in a bolt, and then attach the pipe on this side here. So this is gonna be one of the kind of bearings, and then you're gonna have the other bearings over there, the pipe go through, and the winch has a capacity of running 900 kilos. So it would be no issues to run the bed up and down. And when you stop this winch, they keep locked. So whatever level I use to have the bed in, I can always just get up and sleep in it. So in order to get my bed working the way I want to, I need to fixate that onto here. So I want this really centered as well. So I need to get material that I can put in here, that then after that fits into here. So I have some material here that I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna learn how to use that one. Like, my friend gave me a 5-minute showdown of how this works, and I'm gonna try it on my own without his help now and see how that goes. Wish me luck. Using a lathe is actually kind of straightforward, simple. So this is my first try, and I got it to work pretty damn good. So I made 2 of these, put them inside the pipe, drill some holes so I can weld them together with the pipe, and then you just put the socket in the front, welded that together, and put some paint on it, and it was done. The engine is installed. My super special solution here is also installed. And you have the pipes going like this, and then you have these 2 here and the chain in between. Now get this up and running so I can start build the bed. It looks cool though. See if it actually works out my kind of idea here. I used a 15mm plywood here, and that's gonna be more than enough of strength to hold the bed. Then I installed the bed frame itself and just drilled that together with the bed frame and put it inside the van to keep on doing the measurements. I went ahead and installed the sides and also the short side at the top, and that is, as it is right now, connected to that slider here. So now I'm just gonna drill some holes in that and put the band here down and make this support itself. And now when the motor is working, I'm actually gonna try to lift this. So that's my plan for tonight, to be able to lift this up to the roof. That would be awesome. That's just awesome, and it works great with those, and it works great with the chain as well. So I'm really happy about that. It's awesome, and I can still walk underneath, no problem. Once I was happy with the construction of the bed, I took it out, painted it 2 times before installing it for the very last time. And you can see here on these jack straps how I put them together with the original tensioner, put a bolt through, which means that no matter what side I put pressure on, it's still gonna be stable. And then I drove it up and down for a couple of times just because I could. This chain is really loose, so it's gonna sit up here, and just make sure that like this one is kind of stretched. All the stretch is really on the lower chain anyway, but this cannot lie around like that. So I need to get it up like this. So I'm gonna redo the whole mount of this and put it up there. So from this to that, I think that looks really nice. So I basically just bend those out, cut them off, drill some new holes, and then just install it. That's pretty sweet. I think that will do it. Awesome. And that's how the installation went. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. There's a relay for the winch, and then you have the remote control unit right there that is just connected to the winch. Easy as that. And then sweet. So you might notice that the process around the bed kind of like got ready with the walls and everything. That's because I wanted to show you a complete build of the bed. So let's rewind everything a little bit and go back to building the kitchen. Screws put in that, and this one just it's a little bit off, so I had to put some pressure on it while I glue it into place. So that's why it looks like that for the minute. So tomorrow I'm gonna take that off. So now do the over shelf right here. I'm gonna take one of these IKEA 60/60 37, and I'm gonna split it in 2 so I can make 2 shelves out of it right up here. In order to get the cabins in, I first needed to mount the wall, and that meant cutting out places for the bed mount and for the motor, and then I could start cutting down the cabins themselves. And while I was at cutting, I also decided to cut the board for the wardrobe that is going to be in the front, and this is going to hold all of my clothes. So I made it really durable with this 15mm plywood, and I even tried to get up there myself so it can withstand 80 kilos, no problem whatsoever. Wardrobe is done. So I've actually used like the old roof, like the inner roof that's supposed to be down here, cut a little bit off it and was managed to install it, and has to extend it a little bit with that one. This is all going to be painted later on. And I also installed these two shelves, and this is where the engine's going to go. I'm going to drill holes for that so the pipe comes out here. But for now I need to focus on things that is important for the registration, and the doors are part of the registration, so I want them to be white from the inside, but I do want them to be black from the outside so they fit with the rest of the van. So right now I am taking the doors off and I'm gonna paint the frames black. Also the main frame is gonna be painted black, and I'm gonna do the last instep here for the doors. Do you remember I painted the interior before, and these ones been drying for 2 weeks now, and they do not dry. The color is still like sticky, and I don't know why. So this is painted in place. This is another material. This is non-sticky, but all of this area is sticky, and that goes on both sides. So I think that is something in the material that doesn't cooperate with the color I picked. So I'm gonna take thinner and just try to wipe all of the color off and redo it with the same plastic primer I use for the doors, and then try to put on the same like half blank black color on these ones again, so we see how that goes. So first try to thinner this off and see if the color comes off. And it sure came off so easy. After just 20 minutes of messing around with the thinner, I got everything off and I can start off fresh. So first I applied the primer, and then the same color that I was gonna use for the doors and the windows. And this got non-sticky, so I could just put them back on the doors straight away. Then I went on to painting the doors and the windows, and once they were done and dry, I can put them back and get myself ready for the big step, the registration. So I'm just about to do the re-registration from truck to camper van, and I'm so nervous. Like, I had to go for a couple of like cities away to be able to do this registration, so I really went off early because I didn't want to have any issues on the road, so I would miss the time. So like I'm 2 hours early, but it's all worth it. I'm sitting outside now and I am so nervous for this. I mean, I've been putting in so much time and so much work to get this done, and it's not close to being done. And I even called the guy that's gonna do the re-registration and telling him that it's not completed, so I need to cancel the time. And he says, so what's not completed? And I'm just like some of the stuff is not in, is not painted, like, yeah. And he said, as long as you have like a kitchen and you have a fridge, so you can actually call it a camper van, it doesn't matter, like the cosmetic doesn't matter for me. Like, you can do whatever you want to do with that, as long as you can just get a bed in there and like go camping, that's good enough. The thing that I really want to do is do the registration for the windows in the back and the balcony, and also the stairs on the side up to the roof, and also the gas tank that is underneath. So get that registered, so when I go into a normal car inspection, they will not ask any questions about all those things, because it's all going to be in the papers. So wish me luck, guys. I will come back to you in 2 hours and let you know what was the result. Well, that almost went well. So when I talked to this guy, I said I had glass windows in the back, and he said that's no problem at all whatsoever. When I got here, he needed to have this little identification on the windows, and I did not have that. What he said I can do is to put in plastic windows instead. So if he only told me this from the beginning, I could have taken out the glass and put in plastic windows for the registration. But apparently I did not know this. So I have to go back. I have to put in plastic windows and then do a re-registration again. And he didn't see a bed back there. But when I talked to him, he said, as long as you can throw in a bed, that's how I understood it. But he meant that I should have thrown in a bed. So hopefully I'm gonna have, the next registration is in 2 weeks. So hopefully this is gonna be way more finished when I do the next control. But the good thing is that all of the other things are now cleared. Like there is a gas tank, it has 3 seats instead of 6 that it was before, and it's an open, it has a kitchen, it has a fridge in the papers. So this is the last bits I'm gonna do. So now back to the garage and keep on working to get this properly road legal. And that's exactly what we're gonna do in the next episode. We're gonna finish this off. We're gonna get it registered once and for all. Until the next time, see you guys.